Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So, working through the final SS trials for the week. So here we go. Let's start with S trial 1, and I'm hoping to work through all 5 trials in a single video. We'll see if it works out or not, because I've heard that a few of these fights are a bit difficult, especially the SS Ultimate trial where the enemy moves, but we'll see. Let's begin with SS trial 1. When attacked, damage dealt increases by 100% and damage you take decreases by 50%. So, you need your melee units to preferably attack ranged units, and ranged units to attack melee units, or Leaden to tank it all. In this case, I'm going to rely on Leaden, and I'm going to rely on Leaden with Masked Maids, so that I skip the Orc advantage against infantry units. But other than that, this is going to be my party. So, very first thing I'll do is probably retreat back, in fact, because of the forest. Right? Leon can't really move through this forest at all, so I need them to come to me. So that's pretty much everything. Alright, let's begin. So, just gonna move everyone back. Alright, that actually went okay. I'm actually going to attack right now. So here we go. Chivalry. And regular attack. Taking a lot of damage there. Wow. Way more than I expected, in fact. That's okay. So why don't I just Divine Guard here. I'm going to hit them with a Black Hole rather than Earthquake, because they have the mass attack effect, which gives them immunity. So I'm just really aiming to silence them if possible. Hoping for the silence. Did not get the silence on either one. But they both got slowed. Okay, I guess that works. So they can't attack me this turn. That honestly was not how I was... That was not what I was aiming for, but it works okay as well. So... Archer uses decay on me. And I need to check what the decay effect is again, because I have no recollection. Oh, let's see. Oh, Bozo was immune. Ah, cannot receive buffs. It's a very annoying one. Well, let's see. Why don't I Earthquake them? I want to minimize the number of attacks I take this turn. So Earthquake is the best, right? Because it has 3 range. I can stay reasonably far away from them. And hit them all with debuffs. So that works out. Let's move Leon back. Let's regenerate my Leaden. Oh crap, right. Cannot buff. Forgot about that one. I'm not going to attack with Leon just yet. I'm gonna just step back. So there we are. Leaden tanking a hit. And killing the Orc. Now I'm going to have to rewind so that he can reactivate the Vanguard.
準備完了です。
ご命令を
準備
But
完
before I
了
do
です。
that, let's attack. And again, and
了
attack
解。
again. So let's I'm going to focus on the
はあ
I just attacked whoever, to be honest. So let's just hammer them down a little bit. This orc remains silenced, which is what I
行
needed.
くぜ
ご命令を
Let's do what I said about again
人思考そして
準備完了です。
on Leon to get a second attack in. And finally, rewind
あれ気づかないうちにごめんなさいね
よし
and the Vanguard.
勝負をつける時が来たな。
Oh! Did I not? Oh, right. Regenerate's not available because I rewinded instead. Nonetheless, my Ledin is tough enough, so kind of works out. Especially since my Ledin has hard rock, so that's definitely paying off too.
了解。
All right, so there's just ranged characters left now, which means I need to start killing them off.
さあ決着をつけよう。準備完了
Let's
です。
begin.
はあ計画通りだ。
ご命令
行くぜ
Interesting. Well, whatever. Let's have Ledin attack. And Liana can stay here, and again, Leon.
人思考そして
準備完了です
Then I can choose who to kill. Why don't I get rid of the Elf General first?
はい
And regenerate Ledin.
あれ気づかないうちにごめんなさいね
Actually, I just realized that mage may one-shot my Ledin because it has Fireball, right? So we'll see right here. I think my Ledin's gonna die. Yep. That's okay.
了解
I don't think anyone else will
何
die.
をしてるのか分かっているのか計画通り準備完了です
ご命令をはいご命令をこれが私の信じる心です
Prayer up to start. Get everyone to full health and as close to it as possible. And heal up Leon.
あれ気づかないうちにごめんなさいね
So now we're gonna trade some ranged attacks. Good. That one as expected.
準備完了です
Bozo with the sorceresses,
何をしてるのか分かっているのか
buffing his, magic defense value and so on, could tank the mage hit. And then the holy unit just doesn't do much damage in general.
準備完
So
了
that went very well.
人思考そして
了解
And Leon got enough hit points from Liana to attack the mage general and kill it.
何を
So
してるのか
I
分かって
probably
い
should
る
have focused on the mage first before I focused on the archer.
何をしてるのか分かっている
Just an interesting note. case,
あれ気づかないうちに
this fight is over. I lost Ledin, but that's not a big deal. Once again, there was a small element of luck relying on Bozo with the Earthquake, but as long as you got that, as long as that happened, you were fine. Ooh, there's significantly more damage there than I expected he would. That's okay.
ご命令を
Let's actually... Let's actually heal up
これはあ
Leon
まり
first,
使いたくないですわね
and then have him Chivalry and attack. And then Liana has a gain to help me finish off this mage.
了解
So I really should not have attacked with Bozo on this turn. Yeah.
はいこれが私の信じる心です
準備完了です
In any case though, it is over. There we go. Wasn't as easy as I would have expected. That is because of the time law. But it is cleared, so the first trial is complete. And let's move on to the second one, where the time law is whenever a unit receives fatal damage for the first time, restores 30% of max hit points. Once again, it is this time law. Oh, I'm out of stamina, but I am willing to use up one of my burgers because I do need to hit 300 stamina usage. So I'm currently at 167. So there'll be a bunch of burgers used today, I think. Maybe just one, maybe two. We'll see. In any case, let's continue. SS Trial 2. Wait, I completely forgot what the time law was. I could have sworn... Oh, I remember that. Yeah, right. It's the immortality one. Yeah, the Vargas revival one. So there we go. Alright. Cavalry. 3 Lancers, a Mage, and a Healer. Well, if I put Leon here, he can kill off the Mage on the first turn. That gets rid of one of the big threats. Let in. Let's give him back his Phalanx units. Should be able to just tank everything just fine. And as long as he does that, this fight is over. And then I can bring Bozo as usual, but I don't think I actually need him, to be perfectly honest. I'll bring him, but I don't think he's necessary for this fight. Okay, that looks like the plan, so let's begin.
了解
And I think for this fight though, I do want to use Liana, to use her again on the first turn.
よし
はい
Just take a look at the danger zone.
よし
Okay, so let's move Ledin up here, and the Vanguard to start.
勝負をつける時が来たな
And then I'm expecting I attack, I retreat 3. Yeah, okay, so this works out. I'm going to have Sophia regenerate Ledin right here.
あれ気づかないうちに
And then Leon is going to attack,
準備完了です
and the key point here is to not use Chivalry. I'm just going to do a regular attack. Yeah, regular attack. I have enough damage to kill off the mage without using assault.
了解
So it's just going to be... There we go. Assault to damage this Lancer.
何をして
And
る
now bring Liana up to
これが
again
私の
my
信
Leon.
じる心です
了
So
解
that Leon can move further up. Chivalry.
無駄な抵抗はするな
And do a
準備
attack
完了
on
で
the
す
mage without assault, but we'll one-shot him. Oh crap! There's the revival law. That's fine. Actually, that's fine. That's more than fine.
はあ
Because he's going to use mass attack. Or not. He didn't use mass attack, but because of the angels, I didn't take that much damage either. And this one will use the guard skill. There we go. So that's okay.
準備完了です。行くぜ。はあ。
Now,
よし。
はい。
何をしてるのか分かっているのか。
well, let's start off with an earthquake right here.
絶望せよ。
Ooh, I actually didn't do enough damage to kill off this guy. That's okay. I'm going to run Leon.
はい。
And Ledin is going to activate his
よし。
faction buff.
正面突破。
ご命令を。
Liana will prayer.
人、思考、そして、
And Sophia,
はい。
if she can again to affect Leon would be ideal, but she can't. If I stand here, then Liana's out of range. So nope. She can just stand here for
気づか
now,
ないうちに。
unfortunately.
ごめんなさいね。
So I messed up my positioning a bit. Yeah. If Leon was just one step closer, he could have gotten the rewind effect. So disappointing mistake, basically. Well, that's how it goes, right? Sometimes you make a mistake like that. In any case, though, you know, Ledin is doing a very good job. Even if he's not killing the targets, they're all being very dramatically
了解。
weakened. So let's move
何をし
Leon
てる
over.
ぜ。
I'm going to regenerate Ledin. No, I can't. I have to rewind. Don't have a choice. I have to rewind.
あれ？気づかないうち
There
に。
is no choice there
ごめんなさいね。
because I need to reactivate Divine Guard. on
何行
Ledin.
くぜ。
So,
正面突破。
so it's in some ways it's a limitation. If you use Sophia, you have to have her
何をしてるの
use
か分かっているのか。
rewind on the second turn, or else you end up in a weird situation like me. Oh well.
絶望せよ。
That's that Bozel. Black hole. And Liana not doing anything this turn anyways. That's it. Ledin will tank a bunch of hits yet again. But this time, he should kill off targets rather than just triggering their immortality. Like so. So here, I am going to actually chivalry up right now
準備完了です。
and use assault on this holy general for the first kill. And I'll place myself right here because with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can kill off this mage.
ご命
So
令を。
let's again
人、
Leon
思考、そして、
了解。
and get rid of the mage. And then retreat. And this sets my up.
何をしてるのか分かっている。
My kill of the holy general. Come on, Bozo. Oh, so close. Really? Okay. Ugh.
よし。
Well, I have no choice but to have Ledin attack. See, my plan was to kill it off and then have Ledin march over here to Divine Guard and protect Leon. Didn't quite work out.
あれ気づかないうちにごめんなさいね
So my Bozol is missing that tiny bit of damage, unfortunately.
了解よし
はい
Well, it is what it is.
ご命令を
Prayer
これ
up.
が私の信じる心です
了解何をしてるのか分かっているのか
Range attack the Phalanx.
準備完了です行くぜ準備完了です
You know what? Let's just attack him from the spot on. Because that way I can shift over onto the city wall, like so. And
こ
then
れ
move
はあ
Ledin
ま
to
り
guard.
使いたくないですわね
よし勝負をつける時が来たな
There we go. And then Ledin taking the hits, does no damage.
了解
Shows how important Divine Guard is for Ledin to do any kind of damage.
了解何をしてるのか分かっているのか
Bozol,
準備完了で
ご命令を
Leanna with the finish.
す準備完了です
And Leon with an assault attack to prevent it from healing. Good enough. It's gonna die.
これはあまり使いたくない
Right after its next action, when it attacks me, it's dead. Alright. So, we are now on SS Trial 3, where when hit point value is above 50%, the physical damage taken is decreased by half. When below 50%, the magic damage taken is decreased by half. I can see why some people had trouble with this map. Right? Having to use a lot of ranged attacks, magic attacks, and not a lot of people have magic attacks. And your party is split. Oh dear. Alright. That's fine for me. Just thinking. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Hein to teleport Sophia over, and then I have a party of 4 to fight with. So Hein is a sacrifice, and then after that I have a party of 4, which should probably work out. Maybe, I don't know. This time law is the whole problem. We'll give it a shot. Here we go. This will be my first attempt at this map. So, teleport across.
了解
Pick a target to kill this first turn. One of these ranged attackers, right?
よし
I can probably get out of range of this Leviathan. So it moves 2, 1, 2, right? Yeah, so I can get out of the Leviathan's range. So it reduces the number of targets to these 2.
了解
So why don't I go after the archer?
無駄な抵抗はするな了解
Barely survived. Come on! Alright, let's place there.
行くぜ
Let's have Ledin, Divine Guard here.
正面突破
Let's have Liana. Again, Leon.
思考そして
準備完了です了解
So very awkward.
準備完了です
That is kind of rage inducing, in all honesty. But, oh well. Get the kill. It's fine. 2 hits to kill.
はい
And regenerate.
これはあまり使いたくないですわね
So there we go. Ledin will now tank a whole bunch of hits. Oh, doesn't look like I evaded the Leviathan after all. Ow. So that's right. Heimdall drew away the gargoyle, which I needed. Reducing the number of fights Ledin has to deal with for this turn. And then the forget skill.
準備完了
Forget
命令を
removes the passive. That's
了
fine.
解
Alright, I have to kill off this Necromancer. It'll hit too hard. Much harder than a physical attacker like Leviathan.
了解
So,
行くぜ準備完了です
はいはい
よし
well, let's have Ledin start off with a faction buff, right? Doesn't really matter where I stay, does it?
了解
Because Leon is going to attack from here
よ
anyways.
し
So, whatever. Let's faction buff.
勝負をつける時が来たな準備完了です
Rewind to start.
あれ気づかないうちにごめんなさいね
了解
Chivalry.
無駄な抵抗はするな了
And the assault skill. And back.
ご命令
I
を
just had a thought. This is a bit late, but I think if I use this on the second attack, as in Leon does a 3 charge attack on the first attack against another target, and the second attack, 5 full distance charge with assault could probably wipe out one of these enemies. Because the 5 distance charge is with Leon's talent an additional 6% damage, I believe. So, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. Better to guarantee the kill, I think, with 2 attacks. In any case, Ledin is tanking reasonably well, right? And really being saved by Regenerate and Hard Rock kicking in. So yeah, without a really powerful tank like Ledin or Vargas,
よし
I'm not sure how you can win this. You know. Landius would also be incredible for this actually, right? Because Landius can even counterattack against ranged targets and have a revive. So you'll need one of those 3 tanks. Ledin, Vargas, or Landius, I think, in order to have any chance of success for this. But yeah, this is why I built my super tank, if you will. Because I was expecting hellishly difficult fights like this to appear sooner or later.
勝負をつける時が来たな
If you don't have
あ
a
まり使いたくないです
Alternatively, if you have a 6-star Tiaris with a 100% chance to heal between battles, that would work
これが
just as
私の
well.
信じる心です
Because while Regenerate is only healing 10%, Tiaris' heal would heal much more than that. So, just another thought. Alright. Only 3 enemies left now. Ledin's been able to pick off enough of them that there's very little chance of him dying at this point.
了解。
ご命令を。
よし。
So why don't I can't run any further from them. Even if I run, it won't help me. So I guess I'll stay here at this point.
正面突破。
And let in faction buff to start.
了解。
ご命令を。
I think Liana can just do a ranged attack on this vampire, weaken it a little, which will also heal up Ledin, right? And then that way I can have Leon assault.
はい。
And with a heal on
これ
Ledin,
はあま
that
り
should
使
be
いた
enough.
くないですよね。
Ledin once again tanking 3 hits. I can definitely see why people got stuck on this map though. With the way your characters are spread out, you know? It's not a good map. Realistically, a different strategy, other than this tanking Ledin version, is to use multiple AoE attacks, right? If you can weaken all of these enemies down, so that they take, yeah, if you weaken them below 50% health, right, then once they're below 50% health, right, they'll be easy kills from melee attacks. So that's another way. But I didn't need to rely on it because I know my Ledin is tough enough.
準備完了です。
So once again, yeah, I can definitely see people struggling on this fight.
決着をつけよう。了解。
はい。ご命令を。
As to how to beat this
これ
with
が私の
a
信じ
lot
る
of
心
AoE
です。
attacks though, I think you're going to have to kind of figure that out. Maybe what I did, maybe instead of Liana, you bring you bring an AoE attacker like Lana, right? So you have Lana and Bozol, right? Ledin, Sophia. Yeah, something like, yeah. So maybe you would remove Leon entirely, bring like Lana, Bozol, and Listel, or something like that. Multiple AoE attacks just to hammer them down below half health,
よし。
and then Ledin will have an easier time surviving.
はい。
Ledin would definitely need some healing between combat though. Whether it comes from Sophia with Regenerate or Tieris with her healing talent, you need one of those two.
準備完了です。
So, in my case, I have it admittedly reasonably easy because of the way my party is set up. But yeah, just some food for thought. So let's just try to finish off this gargoyle, Leon. And then yeah,
Yes.
Ledin can just finish this fight, I think. I will heal him up to full first.
これはあまり使いたくないですよね。
よし。
Yeah. Again, this strategy... Oh, didn't get the kill. My strategy worked because I knew my Ledin was super tough, that he could tank all of this. And I can quickly go over what my Ledin has right after this. Alright, there we go. So I admit, I fully abused the power of my Ledin here. Like I said, you guys are going to have to come up with a more reasonable strategy than mine, I think. Unless you have a Ledin just as powerful. And the reason my Ledin is so strong is because his heart bond is maxed out. Long story short. Max, heart bond is max. Even this toughness bond is at level 8 out of 10. So with this kind of toughness on my Ledin, I can just abuse him. And that's why I bring him to really every fight I use now. Because I built him up. In terms of equipment, level 50 Gaius armor, right? He takes less magic damage, 10% less, but the main point is 15% defense increase. He has an Aeneas helmet, which is honestly not that great. You know, if you can replace it with, let's say, a Gaius helmet, right? Because that would reduce the damage, physical damage taken by like 10%. That would be great, you know. And also the other thing about the Gaia's helmet is it increases magic defense by 15% when it's at level 50. So that's a big increase, right? 15% magic defense as opposed to 5% defense. Although you don't have as much hit points. King's Amulet and Oath of Justice. So just lots of defense and magic defense in general. That's basically what my let-in is. Alright, so let's continue on at this point. Let's get back into the Secret Realm. Timeless Trial. And it's SS Trial 4. Enemy is immune to fixed damage, which does not affect me. It really only affects people who use Freya. Okay, enemies are spread out. You are grouped together. This is an easy fight. As long as you pay attention to not get tentacled by the cuttlefish. So let's see. Who should I have Leon kill? That's that's literally it. Okay, well, let's put Leon here to charge and kill off this guy, and then I'll group up everyone in the north, right? I can let them get closer to me and just handle them one by one. Piecemeal. Yeah, this north. Or I can kill off these northern enemies, I don't know. It's actually a bit more annoying than I expected because they are spread out in a way where Leon can only kill off one true target. Well, so be it. Let's see, if Leon is here, he doesn't have enough distance to actually attack this guy. If he's here, he can attack this guy and retreat, but then is Liana far enough to use a gain on him? So he moves back 1, 2, 3. He's right here. Yes, Liana can gain him. So I'll kill off the Hellfire Archer first. Let's begin. So, standard Leon strategy of crushing enemies one by one. Let's start with Leon crushing the Flame Skeleton, and I forgot to use Assault. I didn't even need to use Assault to one-shot him, so awesome. Not really what I expected, I have to admit. I'm actually not going to use a gain right now. Instead, just going to have let-in the Vanguard up right here. And then Liana moves beside. And Sage's Hand. And then Bozo. Oh, and then Sophia comes up and regenerates. Quick note, I made a mistake there. I meant to pray her up with Liana, but I accidentally hit the end turn key. And then Bozo just moves over. Alex taking a hit. Not a big deal. The more important part of all this is that let-in will kill off the Skeleton Knight. Doesn't even rely on the Phalanx because it's all of let-in's holy damage crushing the Skeleton Knight. And now I'm going to attack twice with Leon. Here's the first attack with Assault, hammering the Leviathan. And let's see, Liana moves down here. I'm trying to figure out how to attack this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is perfect. Alright. Let's have let-in faction buff right here. And Leon, or sorry, Liana is going to again Leon. And if I attack him here, I can't get back into let-in's guard range, so I won't. I'm just going to do a attack from this location and move back. And then get my characters reasonably safe. So rewind right here. But before I rewind, why don't I have Bozo Earthquake, I guess. Just
絶
Leviathan.
望せよ
Not sure if this is, yeah, it's not enough damage to kill it, but it's
はい
fine. And finally, rewind.
これはあまり使いたくないですわね
And once again, Ledin crushing cavalry units with ease. Ledin taking the Leviathan hit with ease, now that the Leviathan has no soldiers. And the tentacle will hit Sophia, but she won't get moved because of this rock pillar.
準備完了です
Alright,
行くぜ
so I want to avoid these two for now, right?
準備完了です
Why don't I have Leon move over here, chivalry,
無駄な抵抗はす
and
るな
assault the
準備
cuttlefish.
完了です
Can shift back.
は
Trading ranged attacks.
あ行くぜ
I win. And then let's use
これが
again
私の信じる心で
on
す
Ledin, or sorry, on
準
Leon
備完了です
to finish off that cuttlefish.
よし
はい
Sophia can only move one tile due to the mobility effect. So why don't I just have Divine Guard from Ledin and regenerate from Ledin.
あれ気づかないうちにごめんなさいね
Get hit by Forget, not a problem. It uses Guard, which is a problem.
準備完了ですは
What? Okay. Let's begin by tossing. It's either Black Hole or Earthquake. And whatever.
あ計画通り
Earthquake it is because it decreases the enemy attack and defense. They both get silenced. But he already has Guard active.
行くぜ
So. Well, let's send Ledin to attack the Lava Titan.
了解
Someone has to start the engagement, right?
準備完了です
はい
Prayer up.
人思考そして
Removing Sophia's debuff as well.
準備完了です
And Leon is going to charge in at this point. See, I could have Sophia at range attack the Necromancer, but look at that. 494 int versus 773 magic defense. Won't do any good.
これはあまり使いたく
So
ない
let's
で
just
す
seal
よ
up
ね
Ledin. And that's it. But with 2 enemies left, this fight is once again complete.
準備完了です
There we go. So yeah, I can see SS1 being a challenge and SS3 being a nightmare for a lot of people. SS3 will completely depend on what kind of party you have access to and so on. So I can see either of these fights being limitations on your ability to clear this week's Timeless Trials. Alright, I'm going to move on to the SS Ultimate Trial. I think my clear of SS3 though just demonstrates the importance of a super tank, if you will. Because as long as you have a really powerful tank that's nearly maxed out, you don't have to worry at all about these Timeless Trials. Alright, Time Law. After taking action, receive a 30% chance to gain mobility to gain +2 mobility for 1 turn. Okay. So that's basically the breeze effect. It's buildings, so I can just camp a building, I think. Let's see how it looks though. Let's jump in first. Okay. Nope, can't camp buildings. So instead, if anything, I'm the one being aggressive. Right? I want Leon to charge up, kill something, retreat, kill off something else, let him to protect, And then Liana and yeah. So here we go. Be aggressive and have Ledin tank all the damage. That is the usual style of these fights lately. Question is who to kill? Silverwolf or Luna? They both have extremely high attack, but I think Silverwolf is the deadlier target, so that's the one I'm going for. There we go. The one-shot master has pulled it off yet again. Just going to hit Freya with a black hole. Save the earthquake for when the rest of the enemies get closer. There we go. To regenerate on Ledin and the Sage's Hat. And then finally, again on Leon. And I'm going to strike Luna. I would have loved to hit Tiaris, but she's out of range. So, there we go. Still a solid attack. Needed to weaken, I think, Luna's soldiers anyways. Faction buff. Lance Phalanx. And then Tiaris with the mass heal. And I'm going to respond with running away.
Huh?
And I might as well pray her up too. Okay. So the reason for the retreat is I'm hoping for them to break formation. Right? As long as Freya is guarding all these targets, I can't attack them. Whoa! Oh my! Ledin got one-shotted from full hit points! Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this one. Thanks for watching, everyone. On that note, Nitro out.